Penguinz0 Moist Critical can either make or break anyone's career. So these are 5 YouTubers whose careers have been destroyed after Penguinz0 exposed them, and we're going to start off with Sneako. The back and forth between Moist Critical and Sneako could qualify as one of the biggest beefs in YouTube history, and no one expected the animosity between the two to escalate to levels too far. Because after a series of tweets and videos of Charlie dismantling Sneako's reputation, Sneako resorted to challenging Charlie to a fist fight and even threatened him with a gun. But before we uncover how exactly the drama unfolded to this level, we first need to set the stage for the conflict. In one corner stands no other than the king of all commentary, Penguinz0, one of the most respected and humble creators on the platform. His dry humor, Jesus-like appearance, coupled with his creative use of vocabulary, has made him one of the most iconic figures in YouTube history. Overall, Charlie is definitely up there among the most genuine and chill creators on the platform, while in the other corner, Sneako is arguably the complete opposite.
Wake up! Come back to reality! Get off of TikTok! Get off of Instagram! You're so stupid!
Sneako has gained a massive amount of popularity over the past years for sharing his controversial views on life. He is a red-pilled self-proclaimed realist who is on a mission to bring back masculinity, expose the reality of today's quote falling society, and influence his followers into escaping the matrix with him. The divide between Sneako and Penguinz0 is clear, with people either passionately supporting him or strongly opposing Sneako's views, with Penguinz0 falling into the latter, having openly expressed his dislike for Sneako and his controversial takes. The tension was destined to come to a head, and it finally did so on August 20, 2020, when Charlie critiqued the controversial Netflix film Cuties, which featured children in an inappropriate manner. Sneako responded by calling Cuties one of his favorite movies, indirectly taking a jab at Critical's opinion.
I saw Cuties last night and it was pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. Penguinz0, who I actually like, there's not a lot of good commentators, but he's like, this movie is deplorable, there's nothing good about it, there's nothing, and it's like he didn't even watch the movie. It's just like he only saw the clips that were gonna piss him off, or he just got so triggered by the provocative imagery that he just, deplorable, come on, man.
Ever since this happened, both of them have held negative opinions of each other. However, this eventually worsened when Charlie critiqued one of Sneako's friends, Fresh Prince CEO, in a video titled Most Embarrassing Alpha Male Ever.
The only thing more pathetic than a guy who calls himself an alpha male is a guy who calls himself an alpha male and then tries to sell advice to desperate, lonely men.
Hey guys, we're Fresh Prince CEO. Instead of talking about all my W's, stay tuned for it.
I already don't believe you. It's super hard to think that anything they say is real when they constantly make stupid fucking claims like this one.
Not to mention they've both shown themselves to be frauds time and time again. You know, we're both a triple-digit notch count, he's in the quadruples.
There is no reality in the entirety of the fucking multiverse where this man has slept with one woman, let alone over 1,000 of them.
This was the beginning of a chain reaction, leading to a heated confrontation between Charlie and Sneako. Sneako, posting his response on the streaming platform Rumble, took the conflict to an unsettling level by showcasing images of Charlie and his girlfriend, in which Sneako's audience in the chat made derogatory comments about their appearance and relationship. Sneako even criticized the fact that Charlie and his girlfriend were in a monogamous relationship.
I'm not gonna say names. Someone texted me. He's in a monogamous relationship. This is his girl. So there you go. I mean, I told you, like, I could hear it in your voice. The fact that someone doesn't have to abide by those rules. Someone could go and fuck a lot of bitches. That it's so foreign to a lot of people's ideas, because when you get brainwashed, when you get told that monogamy is the answer.
This is because Sneako has been proudly telling the internet that he is in an open relationship, though many people raised eyebrows at this, since Sneako has revealed before that he went to a swinger party with his girlfriend, which would end up horribly traumatizing him.
Hold on, we went on 2 different occasions. The first time, crazy. The first time, as soon as I saw it, like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't do that. I was just like not fucking with it, and I saw her, and she was like, and I was like, fuck that, and I just left the room. And then she left too, like, luckily. I thought she was gonna stay there.
Dog. Why you leave the room?
But I couldn't, like, I was literally having PTSD watching that. I was like having war flash. Like, I just started, could not do it.
After revealing this publicly, Sneako's reputation took an even worse turn. Everyone on the internet was calling him a cuck, including Charlie, in a video titled I Didn't Want to Talk About This. In this video, he retaliated by using Sneako's embarrassing stories against him, including Sneako's unconventional preferences.
It's cuckoldry. You have watched your girl get f***ed in front of you on at least 2 occasions that he talks about here. And you were right next to her, watching her get f***ed, and one time you were so upset about it you had to leave the room after the 3rd pump, you said. You're clearly not really alright with this situation. You're for some reason forcing yourself to be okay with it. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and be an armchair psychologist like you try to do against me during your rants, but it really seems like you don't like it. And yet, for some reason, you're also trying to celebrate it and promote it like a good thing.
Charlie also called out Sneako for defending Cuties.
This was my first real exposure to Sneako, and it's also the reason I don't care what his opinion is of me, because it's coming from a man who likes cuties. So why the f would it matter if he thinks I'm a bitch or anything like that? It legitimately couldn't mean less coming from a guy who openly defends a softcore child porn production.
The situation quickly escalated, with both influencers exchanging insults on Twitter. Sneako would firstly write, "Pattern recognition. This collages everyone who advocated for my cancellation. Fight back and follow my rumble." In response to this viral tweet, Charlie would reply saying that his video wasn't cancellation, but instead was just him calling Sneako out for his disgusting views and behavior. "Holy sh*, you pathetic, sensitive soy little worm. I made fun of you for watching your girlfriend get f***ed by numerous other men, and also insulted you for defending CP. That's not cancellation. That's just spitting on you for being a pitiful sad cuck." This Twitter battle would go back and forth for a while, with Sneako trying to challenge Charlie to a physical confrontation, but Charlie would just keep shutting him down. But this is when things would take a much more serious turn. Back on Sneako's Rumble stream, he would pull out a gun and threaten to shoot Charlie, in which Charlie himself would react to on a video titled "Sneako is horrible."
You have continued to melt down about this. The day after I posted my response, he went on stream and had a huge unhinged tantrum and meltdown about the whole thing, and then he sent some of his viewers over. So I was joking with them, saying like, "Oh, you guys must have just stopped the cuties watch party over there at Sneako's stream, right? Welcome, cucks," that kind of shit. And it got really under his skin in a big way, so he started dancing around with the gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, "Oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you," waving his gun around and dancing.
Sneako would then pull out a magazine of bullets, showing them off to the live audience.
You wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips. These are the only clips I'm watching, you were?
Now, the reason he keeps saying "watch my clips" while threatening me here is because during the stream I couldn't watch him live because he just kept shouting slurs. So I said "watch my clips" to see what I was saying about you. I had to communicate via Twitch clips.
However, their whole beef would take another 180 when Charlie does this.
And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here.
This clip would go completely viral, with other content creators lining up to post their own reactions to the video.
And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips.
Whoa!
These are mags.
What the f-
They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this...
Yo, what the f? Yo, I feel threatened, nigga! Yo, what? Hey!
On March 30, Sneako made a response video on Rumble titled "I Love the New Sneako," which was a video talking about how he thought that Charlie was criticizing him only because of his own insecurities.
How have you reached a point on the internet where you could have 10 million subscribers as a commentary channel and have no basis of commentary?
The only thing more pathetic than a guy who calls himself an alpha male.
In that video, Moist Critical called Fresh a virgin incel loser, the same insults that I get. He insisted that men can't be with multiple women because Fresh honestly isn't a traditional Chad.
There is no reality in the entirety of the fucking multiverse where this man has slept with one woman.
Fresh was just telling a real story about how he pulled 3 girls in one night, and he actually verified it, but Moist Critical didn't correct it. This is when I realized the brainwashing in its purest form. Fresh knows he's an average looking guy, but he's known all over Miami as a playboy. Moist Critical just can't comprehend that somebody like Fresh, who's the same age and on the same level of attractiveness, can be with beautiful women because instead of networking, working hard, and looking fresh, he's playing with dildos in video games.
Still, at the end of this video, Sneako eventually apologized for his rude comments towards Charlie and his girlfriend.
And I apologize to Moist Critical for showing a picture on stream of you and your girlfriend. That was not very Christ-like. I'm sorry. And I genuinely hope you provide more value to your extremely large audience.
Only a day after this, Charlie and Sneako would hop on a call together and finally end the feud between them once and for all.
I know it's April 1st, but I'm not fooling. The title is not a joke. I talked to Sneako. And I gotta be honest, I had butterflies in my tummy. I was more excited to talk to him than I would be to talk to Santa Claus.
After this debate, Charlie had realized that Sneako had been thinking of him as a villain, while Charlie was surprised by how well Sneako conducted himself during the debate.
I went into this expecting him to be his standard, unhinged, like very animated, cartoonish self that I see in all of his content on Twitter and Rumble, where he's doing these like temper tantrums and like throwing his ass in a circle and going wild, hog wild. But here, this was a very laid-back, very calm and collected Sneako who was actually more than willing to concede on some of his points as well as see different sides of situations.
At the end, they both realized that they would never see eye to eye, but this conversation finally allowed them to end their beef with each other.
Well, I actually really appreciate the conversation, man. It's nice to hear like a more human side of you outside of like, you know, what I see on Twitter or Rumble. I actually do think this was a very valuable conversation, so I appreciate you taking... I really appreciate you taking the time to have a bit of a call with me about it.
Yeah, thanks, man. And mags, not clips.
Yeah, from now on, bro, if you're gonna be talking about guns, get the terminology right. You very much offended me with that one.
It really seemed as if the drama between them had finally died down. While the drama ended on a positive note on Charlie's side, Sneako's reputation has undoubtedly been significantly affected after all the drama. In the eyes of the internet, he still gets ridiculed, and it seems like he'll never really be taken seriously by the masses or respected for a long time. However, when talking about losing the respect of the masses, no other YouTuber is better at doing this than SSSniperwolf. When talking about the drama involving Sniperwolf, another familiar face comes to mind, Jack's Films. This conflict, however, was about to see a new key participant, Penguinz0, who is soon going to become a major player in the ongoing drama. It all began with Charlie's video titled, "Sniperwolf's Situation is Crazy." Charlie dives into the accusations of content theft that had been directed at Sniperwolf, particularly her TikTok reactions, which drew heavy criticism from influencers like Jack's Films. And this controversy surrounding the alleged stealing of content marked the beginning of a series of clashes online.
She does TikTok reacts, which has made her the punching bag of the internet recently. She's caught more fire than the sequel to the Hunger Games, because a lot of people have been stating that what she does isn't really reacting to content, it's mainly just stealing it, freebooting it.
The situation took a drastic turn when Sniperwolf was accused of doxing Jack's Films. She posted an Instagram story visible to her millions of followers of herself outside Jack's house. In the story, she would post a poll asking, "Should I go visit Jack's Films? He lives 5 minutes away from my shoot." She would then take a clear photo of the outside of Jack's house, telling Jack to come out so they could talk like adults. Jack's reaction to Sniperwolf's alleged threat while he was live streaming was nothing far from what you expected.
Like 5 minutes ago posted.
Wait, what?
She's literally right outside your house.
Oh my god!
This is happening right fucking now. Call the fucking police. Actually, absolutely.
Call the cops and show them the Instagram story.
A key element in the unfolding drama was Sniperwolf's reaction to the criticisms leveled against her. Charlie noted her apparent lack of remorse and unapologetic attitude regarding the accusations. She even tried to defend herself by claiming that she never doxed Jack.
She said, "Accusing me of doxing is defamation. I have no idea how to dox. He literally posted his address on Google and said I threatened him and doxed him." Jack's Films said, "You posted a video tonight of you outside our home to your 5+ million followers to see while my wife and I were inside. I can't make it any simpler than that. If that's not doxing, why did you delete it?"
The drama around Sniperwolf broadened to include more than just claims of copying content. It also touched on serious topics like invading privacy and the ethics of online behavior, with Charlie becoming deeply involved in this issue. In a video titled "Sniperwolf's Situation Just Got Worse," Charlie goes into greater detail about the controversy. He talks about the ongoing fallout from the accusations against Sniperwolf and considers a possibility of her making an apology video, speculating how her audience would react to it.
I think it's only a matter of time before she makes an apology video. It's really just an if instead of, nope. The expression is, it's a matter of when instead of if.
Additionally, Charlie expresses concerns about some of Sniperwolf's previous videos. He points out moments where she seems to have encouraged inappropriate behavior from young individuals.
She also had a lot of people digging through her catalog of content, and they found something very not good, very weird, let's say. I can't show you anything here because I think there is a chance that it's completely against YouTube's terms. It's her encouraging some seemingly underage individuals to do some degenerate acts on video, and the way she encouraged them was almost like a wager you'd see out of a bad Brazzers film. She wagered her tits, saying that if these underage-looking individuals did what she asked them to do, she'd show tits. It's this girl who says that she's 16, and then agrees to show each other their boobs, and the 16-year-old flashes the camera, which Sniperwolf does censor, but that doesn't make it okay. I'm pretty sure that's still illegal.
In the video, Charlie carefully criticizes Sniperwolf's behavior and points out that YouTube doesn't seem to be taking appropriate action to address these concerns. He highlights a specific tweet from YouTube that seems to support Sniperwolf.
In fact, this whole situation between Jack's Films and Sniperwolf really started catching fire when YouTube themselves made a tweet saying, "Where does Sniperwolf get her ideas?" And then they also made another one talking about how, like, Sniperwolf is our turbo super creator of the year. Unbelievable. So just like these very, very positive, pumping their fist Sniperwolf fan tweets.
Throughout the video, Charlie is surprised by YouTube's seemingly lack of response to the controversy. He and many of his fans wonder whether YouTube will actually take any action against Sniperwolf, considering her massive influence on the platform. In his next video, Charlie takes a close look at YouTube's official statement regarding the drama between Jack's Films and Sniperwolf. Charlie criticizes YouTube's response, questioning their decision to temporarily suspend monetization and their neutral stance on the matter. He also points out that Jack's Films, a key figure in the controversy, didn't do anything wrong and still face consequences from YouTube.
What did Jack's Films do wrong? He is completely blameless here. There's no reason why they should be trying to make it sound like Jack's Films did something wrong. His only crime was being alive.
Charlie then talks about Sniperwolf's delayed apology.
I'm sorry for my most recent actions. It is inexcusable. I'm sorry to Jack's Films, YouTube, the entire creator community, and my incredible fans for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution.
But points out his skepticism about its sincerity and mentions her tendency to blame Jack's Films.
It's also very unlikely that she's being genuine here.
The video concludes with Charlie expressing his dissatisfaction with YouTube's response, believing that the measures taken, like the temporary monetization suspension and Sniperwolf's apology, are insufficient, especially for a serious offense like doxing.
YouTube isn't really holding her accountable. Temporarily suspending her monetization is a punishment, sure, but it's not exactly one that fits the crime.
Charlie's commentary has had a noticeable impact on the online community. Sniperwolf's viewership has dropped significantly, and Charlie continues to support Jack's Films. Nikocado Avocado is also a prominent advocate for veganism, however, has recently found himself in the middle of controversy due to his dramatic shift in content and lifestyle. From the early days of promoting a plant-based lifestyle to his current status as a mukbang YouTuber facing health concerns, Nikocado's journey has been a roller coaster of highs and lows, a journey that Charlie has also documented. Charlie, in his videos, dove into the evolution of Nikocado's content and the subsequent impact on his physical and emotional well-being. Initially featuring relatively healthy mukbangs, Nikocado's videos took a turn towards increasingly unhealthy practices. The consequences manifested in visible ways, with his notable weight gain and worsening health. As Nikocado's weight gain and health problems escalated, including episodes like broken ribs, sleep apnea, and mobility issues, the YouTube community became increasingly concerned. Charlie, through his content, addressed the broader consequences of creators prioritizing views over well-being. Nikocado's struggles, as documented in videos like returning to the hospital, showed the toll that extreme content creation could literally lead to someone to do to themselves just for clicks. In a video titled "This YouTuber is Slowly Offing Himself for Views," Charlie provided a stark analysis of Nikocado's descent into morbid obesity, shedding light on the concerning patterns in his content. Charlie talked about Nikocado's tendency to shift blame onto his audience for his weight gain, highlighting the self-destructive nature inherent in his videos. The examination of the cycle, where negative attention fuels Nikocado's unhealthy behavior, became a focal point of Charlie's commentary.
It's your fault for encouraging these videos. Now, he says shit like this pretty often, and it shows me that there's still some self-awareness deep within him somewhere, locked deep away. But that rational side of him he keeps buried, locked in a cage, and still does this content, even knowing better, even knowing that it's a complete detriment to his overall health and well-being. He continues to do it while still having that small glimmer of self-awareness.
Nikocado, feeling the heat from Charlie's critique, responded in a video defending himself and accusing Charlie of sensationalizing his situation solely for views, expressing his disappointment that Charlie didn't offer any support during his struggles.
Hey, we're only in this video for like a couple of minutes. He didn't ask his millions of followers, don't hurt him, don't make fun of his appearance, don't make his health upset, send him some support for nothing.
Nikocado argued about the truth of his past health and also accused Charlie of spreading misinformation about the causes of his health issues.
Misinformation. There's so many things to say. First of all, he's saying that my disability is because of my diet. First of all, the reason I'm even in this bed is because I broke 3 ribs. I broke 3 ribs because I was having very aggressive coughing for 3 months straight.
The conflict escalated as Nikocado and Charlie engaged in a back and forth through videos, with each of them strongly defending their stance. Nikocado continued to accuse Charlie of exploiting his situation for views, while Charlie clarified his genuine concerns about Nikocado's well-being. Charlie also took the opportunity to condemn any harassment directed towards Nikocado from his viewers, emphasizing the importance of constructive and respectful dialogue. But what most viewers quickly noticed was that Nikocado was posting videos really quickly, even when Charlie had stopped responding, making it obvious to many that Nikocado was simply trying to stretch out the drama as long as he could, and getting as many views as he could at the same time. In a way, this tactic would work, since each video that Nikocado posted about Charlie would gain over 100,000 views. However, the drama between them would finally tone down, and Nikocado would begin returning to videos that didn't involve Charlie. Shortly after this controversy, in a surprising turn of events, Nikocado decided to begin a weight loss journey, receiving a ton of positive feedback for his efforts, even from Charlie. Charlie. Because in a video titled "This is Good News," Charlie congratulated Nikocado for taking steps towards improving his diet and overall health.
We learned that Nikocado Avocado has been actively losing weight. He posted a new video kind of briefly going over how much weight he's lost, which he claims is roughly around 89 pounds, and I think that is incredible.
However, the optimism was short-lived, since just a few months later, an announcement revealed Nikocado's decision to abandon the weight loss journey and regain the lost weight, leaving viewers and Charlie heavily disappointed. Ever since, Nikocado has returned to his regular content and seemed to be indifferent about his weight gain and Charlie, with Nikocado choosing to simply tune out the haters. However, Nikocado Avocado was not the only person who didn't want to accept criticism for the better, as the creator of pink sauce, Chef P, also ignored her critics, which in result would ultimately lead to her downfall. From the humble beginnings of a TikTok sensation to a questionable business trajectory, Chef P's journey has become a case study of entrepreneurial missteps, which Charlie has made countless videos about. Chef P, a TikTok creator, introduced the world to her vibrant Pepto-Bismol-like concoction known as pink sauce. What started as a kitchen experiment quickly escalated into a viral sensation, with people eagerly buying the product for $20 a bottle. However, the success was short-lived as customers began receiving what can only be described by Charlie as a vile, revolting, and radioactive sludge.
And she was shipping it from her house. And since she was shipping it from her house, she didn't take any real safety precautions with the food, and the ingredients on her sauce contained things like raw honey and milk. And she was transporting it over state lines in hot temperatures, meaning when it got to customers, it was vile, revolting, radioactive sludge.
As the excitement over pink sauce turned into a wave of backlash,
The aftertaste, I'm not messing with.
it became apparent that Chef P had committed numerous business mistakes. From inadequate food packaging to questionable ingredients like raw honey and milk, she seemingly invented new mistakes that left customers dissatisfied and questioning the safety of her product. The online ridicule only intensified after what people thought was a cringeworthy TikTok live speech where Chef P dismissed FDA approval concerns.
What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical products.
But despite all of this drama, pink sauce was eventually acquired by Dave's Gourmet, a reputed condiment company. Dave's Gourmet decided to take on the challenge by producing pink sauce in FDA-approved facilities and distributing it to over 4,000 Walmart locations nationwide. Chef P seemingly struck gold with his acquisition, and she could have easily become one of TikTok's most prized success stories, with her living a life that some small business owners could only dream of. However, what seemed like a fairy tale turnaround took an unexpected twist. Chef P, now associated with a major brand, faced criticism for her disrespectful behavior in a talk show and her seemingly unapologetic stance on her mistakes. On this talk show, Chef P would confront another TikToker who had made a viral negative review of pink sauce.
So here's my bottle. I'm just a little worried about it being swollen. I don't know if this is considered swollen or not. Check the seal. Everything's good on that.
The aftertaste, I'm not messing with. It's like watered down ranch. It's not bad. Definitely not worth $20 a bottle.
Chef P would go on to accuse the TikToker of harassing her and would end up insulting the other content creator numerous times during the show.
And also, and I'm gonna touch your hand when I say this. When I said that you're not special, I meant that as you're not special as far as someone trying to hurt me.
Additionally, the partnership with Dave's Gourmet, despite the initial success, slowly began to turn upside down. Many people began to believe that this partnership had been ruined because of Chef P's horrible statements regarding the backlash to her product. This is when Chef P revealed that she had actually been financially sabotaged by Dave's Gourmet. She claimed that she was not paid the royalties owed to her before launching a GoFundMe campaign.
I need legal help. They are refusing to pay me the royalty that is owed to me. I don't know what else to do. I can't give up. I need help.
However, questions began to arise about Chef P's financial situation. Despite the Dave's Gourmet acquisition and the relief from her production costs, Chef P insists she is broke and facing eviction. Skepticism surrounds her GoFundMe campaign, with doubts about the accuracy of her claims given her history of dishonesty. While Chef P alleges foul play on the part of Dave's Gourmet, some speculate that pink sauce's popularity might have dwindled, leaving Chef P with unrealistic expectations of ongoing success. The lack of clarity on her financial struggles and the precise terms of her contract with Dave's Gourmet added more fuel to the fire, and nobody knew whose side to take, even Charlie himself.
I have come to the enlightening conclusion that this shit is not adding up. I still cannot figure out where all of the money went.
This all changed when Dave's Gourmet responded with a detailed account of the financial support they provided. Revealing advances, cash infusions, and assistance with expenses, Dave's Gourmet portrayed themselves as supportive partners caught in the crossfire of Chef P's financial mismanagement.
Dave's Gourmet revealed that Veronica received $45,000 up front for purchasing the pink sauce brand from her. It was agreed that she would be responsible for handling all refunds to customers who received bad product or didn't receive anything despite paying for it prior to the partnership.
At first, Chef P had been giving $45,000 up front and was placed in charge of managing any refunds. Chef P's financial roller coaster with Dave's Gourmet took a sudden turn when she informed them that the initial funds provided were insufficient due to the expenses related to the refunds that she had to issue. In response, Dave's Gourmet, in a seemingly generous gesture, extended further financial support by giving her an additional $40,000 when she expressed her financial struggles.
So Dave's Gourmet provided Shaw with multiple cash advances that totaled more than $40,000.
Chef P continued to request additional funds, citing expenses that appeared unrelated to the growth and expansion of her business. This raised eyebrows not only within Dave's Gourmet, but also in the broader online community, where skepticism about the legitimacy of Chef P's financial predicament began to mount. The situation quickly escalated when Dave's Gourmet, in a bid to clear the air, responded with detailed transparency about the financial assistance they had provided. This response aimed to challenge Chef P's credibility and shed light on the dynamics of their partnership. The public, already skeptical about Chef P's financial troubles, found further cause for doubt as the details of the financial support were laid bare. It was even worse when her GoFundMe was taken into account, since Chef P had obviously been receiving plenty of financial support but was just being irresponsible.
Now she goes on TikTok daily talking about how Dave f***ed her. Now she can't afford to have a house or feed her children, even though they were more than generous here.
Chef P would even try to submit business expense reports for various personal expenses, which was an act of fraud.
Shaw attempted to submit business expense reports for personal expenses like buying 4 pairs of sneakers or expensing her grocery bills. Dave's Gourmet informed her that such activities were fraudulent. How dumb is she? How can someone actually be that dumb? Dave's Gourmet is not your dad.
She would then try to clear her name in a lengthy response video, which Charlie would quickly dissect. In this video, Chef P tries to explain that all of the money that was sent to her by Dave's Gourmet had actually been sent to her partially, and that she needed to spend that money for the hotels and Airbnbs she was staying at.
So first of all, I want to acknowledge this $120,000
I like that she puts it in quotes even though that's exactly what it was.
Blog saying that they paid me. So number one, it wasn't an upfront payment of $120,000 straightforward. It was sent to me partially. I don't know if it blocked out right there because the low battery thing came. But they were partial payments, and then also a huge chunk of that money went towards me paying for Airbnb and paying for hotels because, mind y'all, I was homeless for 6 months.
So that's where all of the money apparently went, which I think is impossible. Even if you chose the top line Airbnbs and hotels, you would not blow through $120,000 fucking dollars in 6 months. It just wouldn't happen.
What many people found surprising was how much Dave's Gourmet was willing to support Chef P, despite all of her reckless behavior.
This seems, honestly, everything that's happened with this lawsuit makes Dave's Gourmet seem like a fucking saint. Like an absolutely beautiful place and business partner.
Despite her continuing to spend all of her money unwisely, and even throwing a party on a yacht.
She had a party on a yacht and tried to flex on TikTok. No way. There's just no shot she had a party on a yacht.
Chef P would also try to argue that Dave's Gourmet was being unfair to her because she had to do all the promotion and marketing for the pink sauce herself. This came as a shock to Charlie because to him, the marketing that Chef P was doing didn't seem difficult or time-consuming whatsoever.
She whined about was that she had to do or pay for all the marketing herself. Here, let me give you a peek at her super expensive marketing for the pink sauce. Just take a video of pink sauce on some food. Nothing else. Actually, nothing else.
After Chef P asked for even more money, Dave's Gourmet finally decided to put their foot down and requested more clarifications regarding her spending. Until now, Chef P hasn't been able to provide them with any proper response.
Dave's Gourmet then asked for clarifications related to the various expenses listed by Shaw, but backups, receipts, and explanations were not provided. What a shocking development there.
With this, the entire internet, and Charlie included, finally learned the true reasons as to why Chef P had started her GoFundMe. Now that Dave's Gourmet was refusing to pay for her uncontrollable spending, she was now turning to her fans to support her lifestyle. Currently, her GoFundMe sits at $25,000 and hasn't risen much since then, with her latest donation being in October. With Chef P's slowly declining fame and the massive goal she had set for her fundraiser, it's safe to say that she isn't hitting that goal anytime soon, and we might have to just thank Charlie for that.